Hi everyone, happy Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. So in our special edition of Star Wars Day Crafts, we are going to be putting together a paper plate BB-8. And he's very easy to do, but there's kind of a lot of steps. So I'm going to walk you through it all. You're going to need 3 paper plates like this. You don't need cotton balls, but if you have them, you can use them. Some orange paper, some black paper, a quarter for tracing, and a penny for tracing, and a cup for tracing. Some tape or glue, maybe a stapler if that helps, and a pencil. So let's get started. The first thing we're gonna do is cut out all the parts that we're gonna need to then work with our paper plates. So the first thing we're going to do is take a piece of black paper. So when you're done, you'll have 3 black circles after you trace the quarter. If you want to draw more so you have extras in case one doesn't come out the way you want, feel free to do that. Just take one of the black circles and trace a penny on top of that. Fold that one in half and cut around where you wrote the penny, you traced the penny. So basically you're gonna get an O. I'll show you. See? Like that. So put that somewhere with your other circle you cut out. Maybe just put it in your plate for safekeeping. The next thing you're going to do, I use the bottom of this cup. Trace 3 orange circles. You're only going to use 2. I made a 3rd in case I messed it up when I cut it. And cut those out. So you need 2 of the orange circles. Then follow with me. You're going to make them both look like this, okay? So what I did to do that was I traced a quarter and then I eyeballed it and I drew these little wing sections on. So what I did was and then I drew kind of a rounded connection. Make sure you fold it down the middle. So you should have half a shape roughly on either side. And then again, kind of using like that snowflake technique when you're cutting a snowflake or a paper heart. Then when you open it up, you'll have a shape like this that looks like BB-8's little markings. And if you like that shape, you can go ahead and use the part you cut out as a stencil for your next one. Now you should end up with 2 circles with this kind of a fancy shape cut out of the middle. Now, one is going to stay a whole shape when you put them on BB-8's front. One you're going to cut in half. So you could either cut it in the middle or like in a 1/3 and a 1/3 and 2/3, whatever you want. I did mine in the middle. It's easier. So the next thing you're going to need to do is cut an orange strip about like this. It's maybe a 1/2 inch, and then cut them again so that it's like 2 little orange rectangles. And then you're going to want one that's about 2 inches, but just as thin. But just eyeball it because you could trim it later when you measure it up to the plate. The next thing you're going to do is make BB-8's head. So you're going to take a plate, and you see how there's a smaller circle inside the plate? You're going to fold the plate in half. You could smush it down if you want. And just cut along that half circle. You could trace it with a pencil if you want, just to be able to see it better. So go ahead and do that. And then open it back up. So now it's time to assemble BB-8. All your pieces on one of your 3 plates, because we're not going to need that plate until last. Take BB-8's headpiece and you could fold it in half. Decide which one you want to be the front. I like this piece. And now we're going to assemble the decorations for the headpiece. First thing you want to put down is your long strip of orange. And there's no particular perfect place. I just put mine, I'm using my glue. I'm going to put mine towards the top, like so. The next thing I'm going to do is take my whole circle, not the one with the hole in it. And let me see, put that kind of in the middle. Let me look at my, yeah. Like that. Next, you're going to need the circle with the middle cut out and your last full black dot. And you want to put it like this so you have like a crescent moon. And then just put a little piece of tape on the back to hold it together. I think that's easier than gluing. And then you're going to put that right about here. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. Then you'll take your little rectangles and glue one here. Let's see, I got to move that down a little. Glue one here and glue one here. Let's make sure that has a little extra glue there. Okay. The next important thing about his head is putting start with 2 cotton balls in it. And again, if you don't have cotton balls, it's okay. If you put 2 cotton balls inside, it gives it a little bit of a dimension. And then what you want to do is seal up the sides with some tape. Start with a little piece on top. And then a couple pieces on the side. So he looks a little puffy. So go ahead and glue your remaining orange pieces onto your next plate like this. If you want to be even more specific, you could come up here with a pencil and make some gray designs and markings and connect all the bolts and things and do some stuff in the middle there and do some shading if you want to make it fancier. Now take the decorated plate and BB-8's head, and you want to attach the head to the front of the plate. What I did was I went behind and used some tape. And then you could go in the front and add some tape if you need to. It's a little crooked, but I think he's okay. Next, put that face down, put some cotton balls in. Take your one leftover plate, put it on top. Seal the sides. And you've got yourself a BB-8. Have a great Star Wars Day, and may the 4th be with you.